Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, and today we're talking a little Liverpool football. I'm going to examine the current situation with the owners, the players, the manager, and then we're going to look to the future. So let's get started. Obviously, the American owners, George Gillett and Tom Mix, need to be out. I don't know too much about this new Roan group that could potentially help Liverpool, but I do know that they want to inject £100 million and become majority owners in Liverpool. I highly doubt this will happen because the owners are being very stubborn in selling. There's no way that Gillett and Hicks are going to let another investment group come in, invest only £100 million and become majority owners. That simply will not happen. Their stubbornness in wanting to keep the team so dearly is obviously costing the team because they have no money and we can't buy players. And on top of that, we can't build Stanley Park, so Liverpool can't generate more funds. But honestly, no group is going to want to come in and invest only £100 million and take a minority stake in Liverpool. That won't happen. That's not what people are looking for, especially in this economy. But sadly, Gillett and Hicks have not realized this, and their stubbornness continues to cost Liverpool to extreme amounts. If they simply look to sell the club outright, I bet you a deal could get done before the summer, and we could find money to buy some new players and build Stanley Park and get Liverpool back on the right foot again. Now moving on to the players. Honestly, the players need to step up. The only significant loss from last season was Xabi Alonso, and losing him cannot simply mean this bad of a form. Yes, he's one of a few. There aren't many deep line central midfielder playmakers in the world. Only Andrea Pirlo and Xavi come to mind, so he's clearly in a class of his own. But this team itself has talent. We've got a top-class keeper, one of the best midfielders in the world, albeit only by reputation now, and you should know who I'm talking about. Steven Gerrard. We've got the best pure striker on the planet, a top-class defensive midfielder, and many, many more very talented players. Obviously, this season the players have not lived up to the billings. Whether it's injury or lack of form or maybe lack of effort, I don't know, but our squad is pretty much fully fit now, meaning from now until May, there are zero excuses. I think Ryan Babel's recent inclusion into the squad again will be hugely important. Aside from Torres, Johnson, and Gerrard, he's the only player on the squad that has shown any eye for goal and any attacking emphasis. His pace, his skill, and ability are simply unmatched in Liverpool's side, especially when you compare them to the likes of Rare, Count, and Maxi, and Benayoun, players that Babel is directly competing with for playing time. So simply put, Rafa, continue to play Ryan Babels, and he'll continue to produce for you. And on Rafa, all I'm going to say is that we need to keep him. Historically, he's been one of the most consistent Liverpool managers that the club has ever had. He's not a bad manager, he's just clearly going through some lumps this year. For the past year, he's been constantly undermined by owners. He hasn't had the funds to build squad strength, and Gerrard and Torres, his best players, have hardly been on the pitch at the same time together. When you look at the benches of Manchester United, Chelsea, and Manchester City, they've got £100 million worth of players on their bench. Guys who could be starting for us. And who do we have on the bench? Nobody worth mentioning. In a long, rigorous Premier League and Champions League campaign, you need to have great bench players and a significant squad depth, and Liverpool simply does not have that right now to make any significant championship run. And did Manchester United sack Fergie when he was having tough times in the 90s? No. Great managers are simply hard to come by, and we have one in Rafa Benitez. Want to know why Chelsea and Real Madrid have won nothing the past 5 years? Well, they've had more managers than they've had trophies. Consistency at the manager position is important to build team continuity and ultimately a winning side. Still not convinced? Rafa's buyout clause is for £15 million. Now, would you rather spend £15 million to sack Rafa or £15 million to sign a world-class defender or a nice winger or forward? Think about it. The future really depends on how we finish the season. No fourth place finish is bad enough, but not having any summer transfer funds is worse. If both of those happen, then I hate to say it, but we could see a mass exodus from Anfield. Now, what can people in the current organization do to prevent this? Well, the players can take fourth place and the last Champions League spot to make that not happen, and the owners can stop being fools and sell the club so we can buy players. If both of those things can happen, then Liverpool will be okay. Now, I'd like to give a quick shout out to LFCglobe.com. I've been using their site to get all my Liverpool sources and info for the past year. They run a great site. That's all for today for JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block, YNWA. And also, one last thing. If you like my video, and if you like Liverpool, I do a lot of videos on Liverpool, talking Liverpool throughout the season. So click on the nice big giant box below you. Come to my channel, check out my other Liverpool videos, and subscribe to me. That's all I have to say. Again, thanks for watching. Play Ryan Babel, YNWA. Greatness, Liverpool, yeah! And Torres, oh yeah.